It helps if I take my mic off of mute. So, sorry for the delay. We had some technical difficulties with getting my account renewed. The, whatever browser they inlay... Oh wait, it's not capturing. We've got all sorts of technical problems today. Where are you? There we go. So, the problem is, whatever browser insert they use to try to let you make payments messes up forms. Like, I was trying to type into boxes and it was opening up separate drop-downs and I could never type into boxes. So, I eventually found my way around that. You'll note that the dog cam is currently empty. And that is because she is having a sad time right now. And that sad time is because it's New Year's and there are fireworks. So she's sticking closer by me for now. Also, because I had to unplug and replug my camera, it has messed up its settings as well. So we get to do a little bit of tech help on that to get this correct. Observe the power of fixing things. No, we don't want to be that red. We don't want to be that blue either. We want to look in a reasonably human tone. I'm basically looking at the wall and the dog food bag behind me that you can't see currently, but I can in the screen I'm changing things because they are relatively red. So if they're not red, it means I'm too far into blue. But once I start turning like orange like this, then I know I've gone too far. Yeah, I think that's about right. Then we need to fix the brightness here. Yeah. I'm not just sitting in a dark room. We just need to change it to look approximately the same brightness that it actually is. Okay. And so it doesn't do that weird zoom thing, we'll take it off autofocus too. No. No. Yes. And then, finally, we will come over here and we'll move me over here. Hey. And there we go. And over here to Stream Manager. What is this? My recap is live. I know my recap is live. Okay. We need to move that there. We need to move this somewhere else. What do we have currently? Live now, this one, yes. Where is the YouTube chat? The YouTube chat has gone missing. God. So, let me show you something real quick here. This one. So, there's this plugin that helps with analytics and things when you're doing YouTube videos. And there's this fun bit here where it's like, it doesn't like my title. It thinks I need a better title, and these are the suggestions. It properly reads that I have Paladin in the title despite the parentheses, but Paladin World Domination revealed. Top Gamer uncovers the real reason Paladin is so popular. Like, basically it's telling me clickbait harder. Clickbait harder. Clickbait like your life depends on it. And I shall say no. No, I refuse to clickbait in that way. Oh, good. I just need to reload my chat widget, so I don't need to have multiple windows open. That is very convenient, and eventually we'll get to actually play games, instead of just me ranting about technical issues. But yes, it is Tuesday, so we are back because it is Tuesday. Wait a second, what is... That's not right. Oh, that's why. Back to the game, as opposed to the other screen, which is just a monitor capture. Because this one has a dog cam. Also, there's a thing with it and DDO that it won't capture DDO unless it's the active window. So if I click out of it, it stops capturing it, which is fun. All right. So where did we leave off last week? Our Paladin, we're level 26. And what have we not done? We have not done the second and third chains in Evening Star. See, we grabbed the quests, we have not done Schindlrand yet. So let's see if anyone's doing them. Belly, then Underdark. That is perfect. That is exactly what I'm looking for. What ideal timing. So, yes, okay. Now the question is, did I pick up the portal? Because I don't think I did. But we're going to check. I don't know how to get to anywhere from here. Alright, looks like we're taking the long run. Alright. So we're gonna have to tell our party member that. There we go. We have informed our party member that we will be a little while, but that we are on the way. Yep. So we need to run all the way down. Now, there's probably a faster way to do this, like if I had entered the Underdark from the cavern I was just in. The problem is, I don't know the route that direction. And without knowing your way around, it will be faster for me to take this long route that I know than it will be for me to try to find my way through the Underdark without knowing a path. Now, obviously, I could look up a path, and in so doing, maybe learn a new route. But then again, maybe not. So we're just going to run through here. We'll get the teleport on our way. And I'm heading to Belly. So, Belly of the Beast used to be way easier, and then they made the acid in it scale with Reaper. And that made doing it at, say, more than like R1 quite the tricky prospect. Just because it's, that acid builds up pretty fast, and it can get pretty rough. Especially if you don't have someone in party with like good, like consistent AoE healing, or at least close to healing. We're gonna say like maybe an Aura Warlock is good, Bard is good, like anyone who, I'm thinking of them because they have the auras that give just ticking temporary health. And it's not enough to completely counteract the poison because it ticks for a lot in Higher Reaper. And by High Reaper, I don't even mean like R8. I mean like anything over R3. It's some nasty stuff in there. Alright, so this is step 1 in our journey. Just grabbing the teleporter. Then... Hi. Hello. I don't want to return to Evening Star. I just wanted to talk to you to unlock that. So we're not going to Schindlrind yet. We're going to Belly and the Beast, which means first I need to run to Schindlrind. I'm going to step into the portal, step out of the portal to unlock it, and then we can take the route to Belly of the Beast. And yeah. So our Paladin, what are we in right now? Since we did hit 26, but you'll see we're not in any of the top tiers yet because I liked all the stuff I had in bottom tiers. And there wasn't a whole lot in these that really spoke to me as must-haves. But we did pick up one here. Like, definitely our next 2 points are going to go into cores because it's free melee power. Apparently I can't say melee now, which is unfortunate. But yes, let's see. What, if anything, has happened since we last streamed? Well, our last stream was on Thursday, I believe, and that's why we are streaming again, as it is Tuesday. Those were the 2 days I've committed to for the time being. And the intervening days have kind of flown by, mostly because I got sick one of them. Oh, he doesn't remember the acid hurting this much. I will answer that question once I no longer have a bunch of people attacking me. Alright, go through here. It scales with Reaper now. Alright, and back we go. So if you don't know how to get to Belly and the Beast from Schindlrind, you come out here and you jump. And then we go this way. Across here, we're going to turn right there because we want to go across. But since he said he doesn't remember it hurting this much, it must have been a while, because that change was pretty sure over a year ago. The game is looking way darker than I remember. I wonder if I messed up my gamma settings or something. Or it could just be because I'm in the Underdark. Like, that's definitely a contributing factor, because the Underdark is, as the name suggests, dark. Go figure. I think R10 would be possible still. I don't know. I don't know. Pretty nasty there. Alright. Now we get to buff. Oh, he's way at the end. Alright. He was waiting for me. Alright, so we're heading to Shindorind next. But I'm gonna see what I can do about grabbing some end chests. Just to see. I think it should teleport me to the end as soon as I drop down here. Or as soon as I go in the gate, rather. Yeah. By Underdark, you mean... Unless, of course, by Underdark, he actually means Demon Web, in which case I'm on the wrong set. Alright. Hopefully, the teleporter works how I think it works. Otherwise, I'm going to have to run a little bit again. Ah, yes, there it is. House, house, house. Alright, so we are still using Quick Cutter. And of course, we're just scaling way better than we used to because we have melee power. But yeah, we're gonna go run to the entrance of Death Undone because that's where people usually start. And then we're gonna look at our build in case anyone has missed it. Okay, so he did actually mean Demon Web when he said Underdark. Unfortunate. Well, we got to sneak into the end for Belly of the Beast. But it was not quite so convenient as I had hoped it was. Yeah. Go, get rid of them. Alright, so yeah, we're not on the same set, but that's fine. Okay, so I need to drop this party so that he can find people for Demon Web, and I can maybe try to find people for Shinderin. Alright. I might need to leave the wilderness area to do that. Yep. Alright, so we need to redo this run, which is not a problem because it is a very fast run. Thanks to getting the portal already. We're going to put this 20 to 26. Update my party. There we go. And off we go. How many skulls shall we do? Because these are relatively easy at 26. The only difficulty is if I get poison stun locked. Because I don't have a way to prevent that. You know, I might have had a way to prevent that if I spent my points differently. No, that we'll double check. I think the point that I'm thinking of is immunity to being petrified, as in turned to stone, not paralyzed due to drow poison. Now, there's not a whole lot of petrification effects in the game, but it does mean I can just stare at Medusa and be like, what? What, you thought it was going to stop me just because you're ugly? No. It takes more than ugly to stop the holiness of the paladin. I say, knowing that this immunity does not come from the paladin tree. But, you know, close enough. So, yeah. I was thinking of... Yeah, so that was a ping from the guy I was just in group with for thanking me for spelling Shinderin correctly. Which, if you caught it when I put up my group, I put, you know, the SCHYD part in and then just kind of face rolled on the keyboard. I find it quite effective. So, let's see. PRR, absorb, and yeah, petrifaction. Or petrification? Petrification, yes. And what's the other stuff here that I could have gotten if I wanted to rearrange points? Like, okay, I'm usually using action boost haste, so that doesn't do a whole lot for me. This is actually pretty good. Displacement while using action boost, we could definitely use that. This, we don't make people helpless and we're leveling, so we're not counting on having a DC caster with us. We're not using the LD strike, and stacking Vuln, it's nice, but it's nothing that I really want to push for. Improved Thunder, don't care. I'm not currently using Consecrate, so don't care. Double Strike and Double Shot, always nice. I will take that later. And I don't think I have Power Critical. That would be under Martial. I have Overwhelming Critical. Yeah, Overwhelming Critical. Power Critical is much less useful. I think it's just a little bit of Seeker. But let's double check. Yeah, I don't have it. And then over here, this is useful. Being able to heal with the Rage Scream. Once you get 3 points in it, of course. This is I can't look at it here because it's not a public zone. This is nice. And it does consume quick, so I can drop dodge in order to triple the damage instead of double the damage. So that's nice. This is just more double strike and then improved trip, which I don't care about. So all of it is okay, but there's nothing better than trying to get into the cores. And if we think about those double strike bonuses, like we're currently at 46. So we've got a lot of headroom to be getting more double strike. We'll start with 2. And off we go with the buffs. We did break down and finally get a shield wand just because we're at the point that stuff starts to hurt, especially if it's elite casters. All right, let's see what we can do about just running through this as much as possible. So I bit/burnt my tongue while I was sick, and it's, I believe, one of the things that's caused me a little bit of difficulty talking here because it's somewhat injured. Get back here. There we go. Purify that. And flash stones. And off we go. So we're going to take the short route. Here we go. Okay, key. So we don't need to pick that. Wait, I can't take the short route. I don't have the lock picking. So we'll need to take the somewhat longer route, provided that I can remember the whole thing. So we're going to go through here. We're going to need to go fight the red named. Now, let's see. I'm trying to think what's dangerous here. Like, the Blade Masters can hit pretty hard, but I think it's like the Necromancers casting Disintegrate that are the actual problem. Fortunately, I have pretty good saves, so it's not as bad as it could be. Sorry, not just Necromancers. Arch Necromancers, or Arc Necromancers. I'm never quite sure which it is. There's quick. And of course, the ones that are champions are even worse. Ooh, Black Dragon Bolt. That's always special. Yep, there it is. Ticking for like 130 a shot. Powered stun, but we did make our save, so it was like a 2-second stun instead of, let's see, 10, I think, if you roll a 1. But they did manage to pop my Stalwart Defense. So they did get me to below 5 or below 50% health. Of course, that's not really a big deal. And unfortunately, I don't see the key here. See, now I have to try to remember where things are. We're gonna try to go upstairs, just in case I'm incorrectly remembering that I need a key here. But I'm pretty sure I need a key before I can get to the next section. Yeah. Alright. Off to the servants' quarters or slave quarters or wherever they are. This is why this quest is much, much faster if you have someone who can just pick the lock, so you don't have to deal with the randomly spawning key location. Oh. There's an incoming ad break, which is not ideal. Where are we going? Down here. Okay. Fear itself. Where is it? There it is. You. Go away. I thought I smelled necromancers in that corner. Now, one nice thing is that because I am a paladin, and these are undead, I do get to build up my stacks of more melee power. There it is. Kitchen key. That's what I wanted. And we have more than enough flash stones to take care of both of those. There were more? What is in here? Here. Stupid things. Right, where am I? Oh, I'm back in the main room. We don't want to be back in the main room. Smite. We want to go around this way. So yeah, it takes a little bit more time to go this way, but R2 and these quests aren't scaled all that hard, so it's not really a big deal. And off we go. MBs come to life, but we don't care. And in we go. And we ignore the left. And see, that's why we don't really care that much, because we can do that. And when you can just walk up and cleave everything to death, there's a lot that really gets simplified as far as everything is concerned. Alright, put up our short-term buffs again. Alright. There we go. And now we just come down here to finish more stuff off. Oh no, dungeon alert. Dungeon alert does not make you stronger. It makes red name stronger and you Sir, are no red named. One flash stone there. I'm running into invisible zombies. Yeah, 80k. Not the best, but you know, we make do with what we've got. She is all tired and has decided to nap. Yes, nap the fears away, and when you awake, there will be no more fireworks, because it will be later at night. And hopefully there's no one setting off fireworks a whole lot later than this. It's already 9:30 my time. So, firework time has pretty well passed. Hopefully. But you never know, there might be some idiots who want to set off fireworks at midnight. Which, I guess of any day of the year, this is the most understandable one to do that. But, oh. Off she goes. Right, we will go up to 3 skulls. Maybe, eventually. There we go, adjust that to the currently empty dog bed. I'm sure that she will return and grace us with her presence at some point. Wait a second. There we go. Now you get game audio too. I had messed with the settings when I was on a different game, so it was no longer looking at the right window to capture. It's one of the downsides of using the slightly more complex setup to do game capture instead of just whole system audio. On the one hand, it lets me do things like separately control the audio of the background versus the game and so on and so forth. And it also means if I were to get like a message on any sort of like social media or anything, you won't hear that alert. You won't hear unexpected like random tabs. If there's something like decides to wake up and there's some weird loud banner ad that's suddenly like, you know, I decided to load 5 hours later because that's how their ad provider works, or anything weird like that. So it does fix that problem, but it does mean that I need to specifically say, hey, get your audio from this window. And I had switched it to a different window, and well, this is the result. You end up going and for a little while without game audio. But it is fine. It is fine. The slow is quite annoying. Yep, there we go. More slowage. But we have arrived at our destination. I'm thinking of just increasing the skulls every quest until I die. Hello. Alright, we're gonna run around, we're gonna kill wizards, we're gonna stop for a second to kill these, just since they're grouped up. Hello, wizards. There we go. Weapons master down. Set of archers here down. There we go. You, stop that. More healing. Iron Hands is actually healing for a lot now. But a lot is still only half of my health bar. Of course, if I wanted it to be even more effective, I could be dropping into the tank tree, but there's just so many trees that I want to be in, and that one's going to lose out. Alright, so we did Death Undone at 2, and that was House of Rusted Blades at 3, which means for our next quest, we'll be on R4. And then we're going to try Portal Opens on R5, if that works. And we're just going to keep going until we die. I don't know exactly how high we'll get, but we're going to find out. And is this the most efficient way to level? No. But it should be amusing to see how it turns out. Because if we just keep going, then it's going to get really spicy by the time we get to Demon Web. Alright, get all our buffs going. Before we do these weapon-based ones, because at least weapon attachment isn't supposed to last through weapon swaps. Which thematically works if you're attaching your weapon to yourself. Having to reattach it after you swap weapons would definitely make sense. It's like you attach your weapon and then you switch weapons. But when you switch back, the old one is still attached to you somehow. Break these down. Break these down. Remember that I'm on R4, so maybe don't pull 3 groups at once. And that Battle Masters do actually hurt a decent amount. There we go. Hello. All right. We're just going to top up our health a little bit, redo a couple buffs. And then head over here, which we really shouldn't be doing before our cooldowns are back, but you know. Oh, there were more guys behind me. I forgot about that group that spawned. It's okay. Yeah. So, R4 is not really a problem for us right now. I'm trying to think where it will be a problem in this quest. The last fight can be a little annoying, but only if you're really trying to save them all. Which, there's no good reason to do it, besides, you know, morality and all. This is not a pro-slavery stream. We are not pro-slavery here. We prefer to free people from bondage when we're not the ones putting them in it, of course. We're selfish like that. Okay, there we go. Take care of him. Free these guys. Why is it multiple light bearers, huh? Oh, and I accidentally used a cleave when a bunch of them came up behind me. That's unfortunate. Oh well, most of them were still out here. I think because they were fighting with other ones that I had already freed. Yeah, they were fighting those two that I had already freed, so it kept them away from me. Which saved their lives when I cleaved and everything just dies around me. So, let's see. So we are really not the right class to be trying to save all of them during the end fight, just because we are melee and have a bunch of cleaves. So I've definitely done that way before, but as like a ranged character with precise shot. So it's like, well, how do you manage it? Like, well, you just shoot the one dude. That's how you do it. And you hit some sort of defensive cooldown to ignore all the other things attacking you. There we go. And our shield has worn off. The thing is, I don't think I'll be able to hit the next optional without saving most or all of the ones at the end fight, but we'll see. There's also some other optional stuff we could go to, but I'm not going to go that far off to the side, and I'm also not going to go down like the trap hallway because I can't get rid of the traps. So, yeah. We are going to wait for our slow debuff to wear off before opening this door, though. Hello. It helps if you know where exactly the slave masters are. Why are the spiders not attackable yet? There we go. Okay, so you know, I'm gonna be like what? I was gonna say 10 short, but that was before I counted these. It's a good thing I didn't free these guys beforehand. Otherwise, the spiders would have attacked them. Alright, so I might be able to get that last optional as long as I do things in the correct order and fast enough. It's so interesting seeing the ones that are like, may Loth guide you to victory, because like they're slaves, but they're still drow, so they still worship wolf. We're going to take out the archers. Just because. Oh, I got Reaper slowed. That's annoying. What kind of Reaper is that? Famine. Okay. Alright, so where's the main dude? There he is. Okay. Never mind. We'll kill some. And by some, I mean most. There we go. This is what I was counting on. I was counting on these guys from the side patches at the end. So, knowing that, going forward, if you've like freed all the others, then you can come in here, and as long as you burst down the last like 20%, you can free these guys and be fine. But because we just completed that, next one we go to, which is opening the portal, has to be one higher up. In fact, we're going to put that in the title. Okay. That is 3 houses done. Time to go grab the next quest. It's a little annoying to have to do this one each time, but it's not too bad. Like, you have to go back to town after you do 3 quests. It's like, could be worse. We're just gonna get commendations. There's nothing else here that we really would use. Like, all the rest gets turned into plat. And I don't need the guild leveling stuff, because the guild is max level, and has been for like 10 years. I don't know if that's actually correct or not. Alright, portal opens, and back we go to Schindlerand. Oh, did we get any points to spend? We have 2 points. Alright. 5 to AC and PRR, and 15 to amplifications, as well as, of course, the health and the melee power. And more in consciousness range, and health and melee power. So yay! We get like 50 health and a bunch of melee power. Wait, speaking of health. Excellent. So we have 7 points left with which to fill out like top level stuff. We'll probably have to respec at least one of those trees, but it's no big deal. It'll cost me plat, and I have plenty of plat. But the main reason I wanted to start with Shindorin tonight was that I'm 26. So it's the last level I can do it with, like, bravery bonuses or whatever it's called these days. We're getting full bonuses for level-based stuff. Because you can still go in on Reaper 6 over, but if you want full XP benefits, you can only be 4 over. And these are level 22, I believe. So that's what we're going with. Alright, we were on Reaper 4, now 5. So we didn't get a lot of extra defenses from getting those extra points, but we did, in fact, get more offense. And offense is kind of like defense in that it makes things dead faster, so it's harder for them to hurt you. Double Reaper as soon as I enter. Good plan, good plan. And the Reaper and the Plague Reaper hitting me for like 300 there. Alright, so Plague and Fear already doing an Umber on me. Oh wait, I forgot that I got this. So I'll just auto heal up to 40% HP. Why is my health so low? Oh, I have damaged constitution. There we go. So yeah, I get healed back up to 40% HP constantly, so that's nice. Mostly because Fury doesn't have a whole lot. Fury has extra points if you're not in the stance and you're not raging and you're not using adrenaline, so you need the extra points and all. So yeah. So that was a little rough for a first pull. We could really benefit from the displacement out of LD. Ah, Despair Reaper. That's right. We're in R5. We get those now. What does this do? Lowers saves, right? Doesn't tell you exactly. What? My saves went down 2 when that wore off. Are Despair Reapers buffing people? In any case, this Fear Reaper needs to go away quickly, because we're in R5. Fear Reapers are no joke once you get into medium skulls. Because like even 1 or 2 ticks are gonna start hurting a lot. Okay. Wait, no, you need to die before you can sacrifice anything. There we go. Now we have to kill the statues, which is no big deal. Alright, now we get to go down side passages. The good news is that since the only thing I use my mana for is healing and buffing, I have lots of mana for healing. There's another one. I thought I'd gotten them all, but there was another one. But yeah, it's definitely getting a little spicier at R5. I think this is the correct way. I'm lucky that didn't knock me down. Well, okay, not exactly lucky, but it's not all luck because I do have high saves. Oh, double fear again. Yep, this was the wrong way after all. I don't know why I get mixed up on just this specific one. I need to key off of that because I know that the collectible there is there on the correct one. Okay. Okay, that was a horrid wilting for about 1,000. At least I think it was horrid wilting. Let me check the combat log. Where is it? These are my attacks. My attacks, my attacks, my attacks. I rolled a confirm critical. Your stalwart pact was removed from you. Where is it? Yes, it was horrid wilting for 942. What a bitch. Put this back on. And now we can go fight the rest of the room. Hello, Fear Reaper. Would you like to hear about my sword? Oh, and a famine as well. Okay, nice, nice. Okay. She does manage to put this poison dot that ticks for 84 on me. So, that's not great, but we can make do. Alright. One wing down. One to go. And we haven't died yet, which is nice. So let's see. Is there anything about the last fight that I expect to be difficult? It's like there's the demon waves. There's the spider wave. There's the initial casters. There's nothing in that fight I remember being particularly threatening, but then again, keep pumping the R's up and everything becomes threatening because it adds up, basically. It's just that all it takes is a champion or two to start putting dots on you, and then you can't really heal while in combat, or you can't really heal yourself in combat in R5. It's just or at least I can't. Oh, Despair Reaper. Okay, alright. Alright, 80, 67, 57. My saves went up by 1, 1, and 2. I don't know why having the Despair Reaper debuff on me is somehow increasing my saves. Like, I don't think I've got some weird paladin thing like, oh, through the force of your holiness, when you get debuffs on you, you get stronger, or something like that, like as you fight against the evil. I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist, so don't really know what's going on with that. Oh, I did not hit block in time for the webline trip. The good news is I had killed the champ before, so they weren't able to really beat up on me while I was down on the ground. Okay. And we have enough strength that we landed the trip. And we landed the trip with strike through, so everyone fell down. Very convenient. There we go. 2 sides down. All inventory slots are full. No, they're not. See, watch this. Hey, look, 10 slots are empty. See, 1 lost soul accounts for about a quarter of my mana bar, so we're good to go on that front. So we've got the mini boss, and then the boss with the waves of ads, and then we're just clear. I accepted, and yet they're not here. Okay. Your terms are acceptable. We won't enter as long as you live? Okay. Your terms are acceptable. That is the easiest way to gain access to something in games like this. Simply kill the people that are guarding it. I accepted the invite. Were they like... Did they lose signal? Are they going through a tunnel? Like, what's going on here? Okay. I mean, I probably could have, like, direct messaged them and been like, I tried to invite you, did you not get it? And the going through the tunnel thing was only partially a joke. You can't actually... It doesn't let you change party composition while people are zoning between different zones, which means if they were, like, clicked on their airship portal at the same time that I clicked accept invite, then it'll fail. Okay. All right. Master Wizard takes a couple hits to take down. This is fine. The extra fire damage on top of the poison is kind of rough. All right, pop one of these, pop one of these. This is an opportunity for me to heal up a little bit. Because even though I'm not healing for much since I'm in combat, they're also not hitting me for much because, well, they don't hit for that much. So we're just gonna keep doing this number. That's right, let me build up stacks. There we go. This not critting is just not ideal. There we go. Acid Blades. Symbol of Pain, which I think is a curse. All right. And this is an excellent time for the ad break because as soon as they finish talking a little bit, there we go, quest finishes. And while I go and grab new quests, you can sit on this 2-minute ad real quick so we don't get pre-rolls, and I will see you on the other side. But we are still going to grab the chest. And this means that during this ad break, or at least for part of the ad break, we can clear our bags, we can turn in quests, we can grab new quests, and then get back to the gameplay after it. I still don't know what happened with that invite, but let's just clear some bags, and we'll be headed to Demon Web. Shroud, not flagged. Shroud and Raven at the door are the two parties that are up. Clear quest selection. Demon Web. Increasing skulls until we die. We can have up to 27 for Demon Web. And of course, I feel the need to warn people because most people that want to join a party in this level range are going to want R1 for quick leveling for all of the obvious reasons that that entails, and our music has stopped. For all of the obvious reasons. So we really want to put that as an obvious sort of thing so that people know what they're getting into. Clearing bag space. Well, that's right. I still have a bunch of food in my bags that I need to feed to things. There we go. Excellent. And people are back from ads. Welcome back from ads. What you missed was us coming back to town and starting to clear inventory. And that's why we run ads during that particular time block, because you don't miss anything. But you did miss, I suppose the one thing you did miss was that I did put up a party, and I did put up the disclaimer for the party saying that the skulls will go up until we die. So, if anyone joins, they know what they're getting into. Oh, wait, I need to turn in this before we can go to the others. Of course, the problem is that if we are successful, because that was just 5, right? Was that 5 or 6? Well, I guess we'll know when we get to the portal. It'll show us the most recent Reaper we were in. But I think it was 5 because that's the first time we got Despair. So if we don't die, this means we will be at 6, 7, 8 for portal opens. Which means to even have a hope of doing the last one, we have to do the portal. We're gonna need a hire to pull that, to take that debuff for us. So you're gonna go over here. And we're off to Demon Web. Of course, I could try to cheese it by doing them in a different order, but it doesn't really matter. I don't expect to get successfully up to R8. It's just, I don't think the character's built for that, if I'm perfectly honest. I don't have enough crowd control, basically. I'll just take too many hits and I will get chewed down eventually. But we're still going to give it our level best. And we'll grab some free XP from these on the way. No, the bridge isn't here. No, not that close to any of them. I was just here. Wait, is this by the portal one? It is. Okay, well, I guess we're doing that one first. Which is technically the cheesing way, but, you know, it is what it is. Odds of us completing it on R6 are still pretty slim because there are so many casters, but... Alright, so we were on 5, yeah. Up to 6. Alright, you get to stay here. You. Be passive. Stay here. And we're going to do our buffs and see if we can survive this. Yep, good thing I had shield on. Ugh, the dot clicks. What am I deflecting? Who's shooting at me? From where? Oh. I already aggroed the guys down here, apparently. That's who's shooting at me and why I'm getting despair stacks. Whoa. Critical hit resisted. So I don't have enough fort bypass, which makes sense. Because I don't really have that much, particularly since I haven't sentientified my weapon. What did he hit me with? No, he just meleeed me for 482 damage. Just like I took a big chunk there at the end. But yeah, it was just a melee. It's just how it goes. The Stalwart Pack, like, temp hit points aren't a lot here, but I'll take every little bit I can get. Webline trip as I come in. Okay. Not bad for getting webline tripped as soon as I came in. I really could use more healing amp in here. But it's fine. Or repair amp, I guess, would be better since that's what I'm using more of. And one more. We really want these guys down because if they put a single dot on us, it really starts stacking up. Now this one is a little annoying because there's a bunch of guys up on this ledge here. As I try to, like, just duck out of line of sight under the cliff edge so they have to drop down. Which we managed to successfully do. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. But again, that fight took us to 2/3 health. All right. We do shield buff, we do that buff, this buff, and this a buff. All the weapon related ones. Okay. You. Follow. Stay. I should have brought like a wand of invisibility or something. Okay. All right. Just stretches, not bad. The hero's soul dodging a bunch of stuff is not ideal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's not fair. Dispelling? Also, what are you doing out here? I told you to stand still over there. Stay. Alright, we need to kill these. There we go. Gotta say, really liking Quick Cutter. That's Double Reaper. You. Oh, no, 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 no. Stop. This is fine. This is fine. There are no problems here. By the time I kill this, I'll be able to have him use the Resurrection Shrine. It does help me a bit, actually, that he decided to keep attacking the corpse of my hireling for a long time. Oh, I thought you were dead. I don't know why I thought you were dead. Okay, you. Why are you following me? I told you to stay still. This is fine. Does he forget the stand still command after reviving? Alright, so even though they're not coming over here to fight to get me. Okay, they've dropped combat, so I can do my out of combat healing. Which, this is as good a time as I need to refresh short-term buffs. Which we'll do, of course, after we finish healing. Okay. Redo shield. This one. And the weapon-based ones. Alright, there's one Dracloth left. Which means, Garrett, come here. Stay. Smite the Reaper. Okay. Oh boy. You. We really need to make sure the casters go down fast. Because if they don't, It hurts a lot. You. Yep. Not landing crits on the Reaper kind of did me in. You. Alright. Oh, you healed yourself? That's very useful, Mr. Hireling, sir. Thank you very much. I clicked the button to be like, heal, and he's like, yes, I shall cast that upon myself. It's like, not exactly what I was hoping for from you. Alright. So there's... Oh, that's not the boss. That's just random Dracoloth. Yeah. The Carnage Reaper ended up taking more of my attention, so I didn't get to do much damage to him. Alright, we're going to run over here. We're going to pull the hiring to us. We're going to have him res us. There we go. Now you go back to passive. Unfortunately, what I don't have is they dropped almost no souls. So we will see how many of my buffs I can do. The answer is not all of them. All right. Oh, and I don't have magical training either, so I don't auto-regen any. Excuse me. Stay. Getting an instant webline trip so I can't run in and do a solid opening sucks a lot. Okay. Alright, he brought me below half health. He brought me below 40% health, so I get permanent healing now. Alright. R6 completed. This one was a bit harder. We did need the hireling. Now, did we need the hireling? Maybe, maybe not. But if we didn't, we probably would have had to die at least 2 or 3 times. Just because we would get the debuff on us and we'd have to die to clear it. Or that might be an overly charitable way to describe it. We would die because of the debuff. And then it would be cleared. So it's not like we would be dying for the sole purpose of clearing the debuff. It would be the debuff would get us killed. And in so doing, we would be able to move on. Alright, we'll try to just go south from here. I don't know if there's a good way with the way the bridges are spawned right now, but we're close enough that it's worth a shot instead of just trying to randomly teleport. Yep, there we go. Why do I get blessed presence off of spider? I guess they're spider souls, so they're undead. Alright. 7 it is. I don't know the shortcut here, so we will be doing the long way. Or rather, I know a couple shortcuts, but I always get them mixed up, so we're just going to take the hard way, which is the simple way, which is just kill everything forehead. Now, we could take the alternative way of only doing puzzles, because you can do that. You can get enough gems to just do the puzzles and not pull the levers for fights. You don't have to pull the levers for fights. You only need like 4 gems. And that's for like the main route. That's not even for like weird jump around routes. But we're gonna do things the hard way because doing things the hard way is kind of the name of the game tonight. Otherwise we wouldn't be in here on R7. That's Double Reaper. Okay, well. Double Reaper on the first fight is not exactly how we wanted to start out, but it's certainly a way to start out. Oh wait, do I have... Yeah, I only have 100 repair power. So I did look into getting a repair gem to slot in my weapon. The problem is, or to slot in my equipment, but the problem is repair gems, as a spell power gem, are red, so they only go in weapons. And I'm not putting a repair gem in my Sword of Shadow and replacing my Ghostbane Ruby. Now, on this build, I don't need a Ghostbane Ruby. I'm perfectly fine on Ghost Touch. But that's not always the case. So what I should have done, and let me see if I have the opportunity with any of the random loot I've rolled, is at least have a swap item for repair power. And I'm not seeing one right now. Let's see. Oh, this has potency. Better than nothing. How much was that again? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so I've gone to 545 versus before, yeah, 362. So definitely worth it to swap between fight healing. Okay, what are we looking at here? All right, if we hit the very top and the bottom right, we're left with just the one in the bottom right, which means we need to hit this one, and then top right. There we go. Great success. Hey everybody! By everybody, I mean those two particular Driders, but, you know, they count as everybody. Now we have these guys. Alright. How many Reapers do we get? None. How about the next wave? Does the next wave have Reapers in it? Oh, very fortunate that we landed the trip onto the champion there. Okay. And trial of wits. Okay, if we hit bottom middle, then we're left with just the bottom one in. And I forget what the solution to that is. I think it's a T shape, but I could be wrong. I know it's middle 2. Alright, I might have messed this one up. Alright, if we click here, we're left with a dot here. One single dot means this, 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 and this. So we're not going to click this. We're going to go here, 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 and here. I said and here. There we go. In range. Over. Our shield wore off. And our prayer. Now we've got some Demon Web Terrors here. Fortunately, Higher Skulls doesn't give them extra health. So we got that. Now this we don't need to do because, you know, you can just jump through that gap on the right. But let's see how many Reapers do we get on this spawn. Alright, 1 plague. Which might be all it takes if I don't land a crit on him ever. Yeah, not being able to do damage outside of crits is a little annoying. Oh, an easy one. Top corner, bottom corner. There we go. I should just go to Borderlands and grab a repair stick for a swap. There we go. I was going this way, yes. I mean, I don't need a lot of souls to keep me going, but we're going to wait until my cooldown is off on that. We'll take care of that puzzle in a bit here. Haha, get tripped. All those legs, and you still get tripped. The death jump spiders hurt a ton, as usual, though. Alright, what do we have? If we do this, we have top corners. One corner is these two and this, and the other corner is these two. This is these, and this is these. So the overlap is actually pretty small. Actually, the overlap is these corners themselves and this one. So we have these two and these two? No, that can't be right. This wants bum 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 bum. And this wants this and this. Alright, so I need these. And then this one. Oh, it is all three on the far side. Okay. Alright, and I'll need one more heal before I swap back to my actual weapon. And make it two more. Redo weapon attachment. Scratch that. Redo shield. Then redo buffs. Including prayer. And if I have to shrine, so be it. Seeing the Famine Reaper makes me glad that I redid my shield. Even if he doesn't try to cast the magic missiles, being safe from it is important. And weapon attachment again. And Stalwart Pact, because mine is worn off from getting my face punched too much. It's like, why? Oh, great. Jet just spawned. That's a circle. Oh boy, that was a vengeance-powered one. I was thinking, alright, I'll kill the spiders, and then I'll kill the vengeance. It's like, no. Unfortunately, when you kill the spiders, then the Dragloths spawn. Okay. Here and here fill out everything except for that one. So we have here. So if we want to get that one, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Except we subtract these two, so it's... Alright, something's not right. These two. Right, these two. This one in the corner. So we take out these two, which leaves us with this, this, and this. I at one point spent way too much time on a Flash version of these kinds of puzzles. So there are a couple initial setups that I know how to do, and then from there I'm usually able to get it into the into one of those states. So, which is, I believe, how people learn to solve Rubik's Cubes as well. Or similarly, in that you know how to solve it from certain states, and then you try to get it into those, and then you learn how to force it into those states? Actually, I think that's wrong. I think you develop the ability to see what needs to be swapped, and then there are algorithms for, okay, you do these 4 twists, and that'll swap these 2 blocks. So, and then from that, you're able to take it from any state it's in to any state you want. Because there's a pattern identification for knowing what needs to be swapped, and then there's the, we'll say, the algorithmic or the method knowledge of what swaps need to be done in what order. And then, at long last, there's the execution step, which is that which is when what? Which is actually making the swaps. All right. Well then. At least he gave me a soul. All right. We're bypassing that fight. However, we are coming up on the one of the harder fights in here, which is this fight. And yeah, the hard part is that it's a lot of guys. However, I believe the two named guys both leash. So we're gonna come down here. We're gonna aggro some spiders and reapers. Hi, there we go. And then we're gonna run away so we can fight only the spiders and reapers without the caster dudes with them. And is this kind of cheap? Yes. I'm in solo R7. How? How has he died? He is at the beginning of the dungeon. Does stuff spawn at the beginning of the dungeon? Alright. So I didn't even fight all the spiders at once. Alright. Let's get to it then. Hi. Trip lands. Let's see what else we can do here. Alright, one down. Now we wait for cooldowns. We're going to hit a snooze on that ad break, which would bring us through the end of this, which means we'll run an ad break while we're finding our way to the next quest. This time I missed the trip. But it worked. Now we get to fight the boss. Well, we fight like one or two demons on the way to the boss, but that's really no big deal. That explosion always used to like spook me because it seems like, oh, the thing, you touch the thing and it explodes and therefore it's dangerous. No. It's just, it just has an effect of exploding when you like touch it. All right, in we go. Hello. Are you gonna throw a rock and knock me down? Are you gonna charge me and... Oh, Jesus. You're gonna just charge me and be like 300, 300, 300, 300. You know, I wasn't playing DDO when this was current content. So it's kind of interesting seeing this guy, seeing that this guy actually has like attack patterns to him. Like he's got a thrash about thing, he's got a like a charge thing, he's got that like knockback effect. Got it. All right, we're gonna swap this. And then we're gonna do that. Where's our way out? Here we go. Now we have to fight like 2 packs of dudes on our way out, so we are not home free yet. There's a lot that can still go wrong, especially since this is a caster pack. Yeah, like if that crowd control had landed, and he's got lots of opportunities to land it if he keeps being annoying and dodging everything with his hero's soul powers. There we go. We got like 2 Driders. Just the one? Just the one. All right. R7 complete. For 2400 Reaper XP. Ooh. I mean, which would be a lot if you were just starting Reapering, but I've been doing it a while now, so it doesn't have quite the same pizzazz as it once did. In any case, I'm going to click the add button now, so you don't have to see me running to the next quest, but we will not start the next quest without you. I will see you on the other side. Or maybe not. Or maybe it... Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, I can't kick Garrett. It's bugged. Oh well. Is this where I go up? It is where I go up. All right, I need to go which way? West? East. That away. All right. R8 it is. No displacement, no big defensive cooldowns. Just face tanking everything. That's what we're doing here. Face tanking and or trying to burst damage down. But the ability to burst damage things down is pretty well suppressed in R8. Like there's only so much you can do. You stay and be passive. And buffs. Except for the weapon buffs. Alright. Toss on our shield. Now we get our shorter term buffs. And our weapon buffs. And we wait 10 seconds for our compatriots to get back from their ad break. And we're back from ad break. So the casters here might be a little bit of a problem. But we will see. I feel like I'm hitting for so little. It's just like, melee, 200! It's like, ugh. But that's just what happens. Skulls go up, damage goes down. Which is also why health doesn't go up in Reaper. Because you don't need to increase the health of mobs when you can increase the effective health of mobs by simply having people deal less damage. It's like, why bother doubling health when you can simply not? Oh, getting hit with Spell Ward Slow is really bad here. Yeah. The Spell Ward Slow basically guaranteed I died there. And the fact that it spawned right as these came out, so I wasn't able to burn these guys down. Alright. We're not out yet. We still have gibbers. But we do have to wait 25 seconds for it. But yeah, both the move speed and the attack speed debuff of that is just brutal. Alright, gibbers. Of course, you're Stone Guard, so you're going to be harder to kill. Oh boy. Yeah, Stone Guard is really, really rough on me. And the fact that these Chosen of Wolf do the light debuff. So it's just ticking for 240 on me. Because 100 PRR is just not good enough. Alright. You, follow, stay, me, raise. Me raise? Alright. How about me raise now? Thank you. Alright. So is this a true solo? No. We are accepting reses from our hireling. But what this does mean is that because we are died, we should be actually going back down to R7. Let's see if we die again, because all right. Great success. All right, Plague Reaper there. We're going to wait for cooldowns, because Plague Reapers are pretty nasty. Actually, we'll take this opportunity to put our shield back up. We neglected to before. Yep. He does bleed to death, which is nice, but because the bleed was still on him, it looks like they're just gonna, yeah. The Plague Reaper was just hitting me for like 700 a shot. I don't get how the Plague Reaper damage thing. And Carnage Reapers do it too. It's like they have an on-hit effect. Because he hits for 300 slash damage. No. I hit him for slash damage. See, it says he hits me for 500 bludgeoning damage, but if you look at the pop-up, you see that... Where is it? Yeah, it shows it as a total, but it doesn't show up as a total for, Oh, I missed. But it doesn't show up as a total in, like, the combat text. It shows up as, like, 100 and then, like, a separate on-hit amount. Hi. No? Okay. How about now? All right. We are slowly making our way through, dying repeatedly. So what have our deaths been to so far? The orange named, who was Stone Guard, and got hit with a trap slow immediately beforehand. And then, like, the spiders did some damage, but it was mostly the Plague Reaper. It's a shame that I didn't get close enough to them. I'm going to blame that on the Plague Reaper as well. That the Reaper slow is what kept me from not getting to them. Why is my health so low? Like, I didn't think 3 death levels would be enough to minus me like 700 health, but maybe it is. Pass it. Follow. Stay. My personal mobile res shrine. This away. Alright, so we have another caster fight. Do we have a shield spell up? We do not have a shield spell up. Shield spell up. Weapon rebuffed. Weapon rebuffed. Short-term buffs up. 3, 2, 1, and another heal. To top us up. Now, I don't think I have to fight these, but I'm going to anyway, just in case. Alright, this time we got the ads down first. Oh, she did manage to land the Divine Punishment on me. Okay. Yeah. The white dot is just nasty. But we are slowly... Alright, back to weapon. Follow. Stay. Oh, right, recast this as well. Alright. Casters down. Excellent. We landed the trip. But this guy has a ridiculous amount of health for a quest at this level. Ooh, and I got the Vorpal stun off on him. Darn it. I had Quick Cutter off of cooldown too. The thing is, like, the demon that's supposedly there, I already killed. But getting, quote-unquote, no? Hi. Please res me. Oh, that's why. I need to wait for my grip of death to wear off. Hello. Thank you. Go back to being passive, please. And I'm going to go try to burn down the last bit of health on that Despair Reaper. Yep. I just needed one more attack. But there are shrines here, so... All right. And we can get buffed up again. Now, I don't think I can hide my hireling somewhere in the room. So... Alright, so we're not going to have him summon his dudes, because I don't need a bunch of casters in this fight. Alright. Oh, I should wait until my action boost is off cooldown. Oh, I also didn't put shield back up after shrining. So we'll put shield back up, redo weapon buffs, and then we get to see if we can finish on R8. Well, all of his spells hitting for like 500 each is not a good start. I don't have like evasion or anything. Oh, his melee is also hit for 500 apiece. Fortunately, he doesn't have many of them. What are you, a keyboard turner? Okay, I guess he's a keyboard turner. Just run in circles, and he'll keep trying to turn to get to you, but his turning radius is terrible. Amazing. There we go. 4 deaths. 16 minutes. R8. So we will not be going up to R9, because while we did finish, we did die 4 times. So we're going to have to reset our skulls. But that was more successful than I thought it would be. When I started on like R2 in... Yeah, we started in Death Undone on R2. I didn't think I'd get up all the way up to R8 and successfully finish. I thought I would eventually die in like probably either 6 or 7 and go back down. And by die, I mean like have to restart. The funny thing is, if I hadn't got the hireling purely for the purposes of stabilizing the portal, and then randomized jumping off the edge into landing near the portal one first, I probably wouldn't have pulled out the hire for the other quests. Like, I would have been waiting, like, no, I don't want to use him. I only got him for doing the portal thing. Now, on the other hand, doing them in a different order would have meant trying to do the stabilizing the portal quest on R8, which I don't think is a thing. Like, I don't think I'm set up for that. But we are now flagged for caught in the web, which is nice. And let's take a look at the level 21 or 22 quests, shall we? Is there anything I want to hit before taking level? Like, I'm already out of range of the 21, so it won't matter. So let's only look at 22s. Vaughn raid, but the Vaughn raid, you don't usually care too much about the bonus XP for Reaper. You care more about eligibility for Reaper, so they probably prefer 26s, but they'd go up to 28 if someone's doing a Vaughn raid. Let's see what else. Sands raid, again, same thing. If you're doing Reaper, you're going to accept everyone up to 28, usually. Yeah, so more Sands stuff. Sands flaggers, which I haven't done. I'm not going to bother doing Sands flaggers at the moment. Okay. No reason to stay at 26. What do I want, though? No. This is what comes with not planning things out. The thing is, melee aren't usually that tricky to figure out. What is Inspiring Bond? That's right, that's a hireling thing. We don't want masters of anything. Okay. Paranoid is a traps thing. Trick shot, ruin. Watchful Eye, that's one I usually get on ranged things because it has other stuff that it does. Wait, is there really no good thing at 27 here? Like, blinding speed is a convenience thing, like if you're worried that you won't have speed in your build for some reason. Arcane Insight is useless, Bulwark of Defense is useless. Like, the numbers are just far too slow. That's not useful. Being able to tumble for 20% damage reduction? Funny, but I don't know if I would actually use it. Eerie aim. Oh, because it has a picture of a like bow and arrow, I was thinking that it was ranged only, but it looks like it works just fine for melee as well. So I might take Eerie aim because I could use some extra to hit, and I've run into a bunch of these heroic soul champions who dodge everything, so having some dodge bypass would be nice. But let's take a look here and make sure I'm not missing something super important. Epic damage reduction is nice. It's like always solid, but not great. We don't want reflexes, reputation, will. We don't want 1 to a stat. We don't care about any of the Master ofs or Inspiring Bond or Intensify Spell. More Master of Stuff, Master of Stuff, Master of Stuff. Paranoid is traps. Ruin, we don't want. Trick Shot is ranged power, so we don't care. Yeah. So unless there is... We know we don't need combat styles. Like, we could take a deity feat. We don't care about exotic weapon proficiencies. Martial feats. Is there anything here that we would actually care about? Because I don't think there is. What is it? Oh, it requires weapon focus. Okay, I was like, but I have weapon. No, we don't have weapon focus. Let's see. Slicing bow, spring attack, swords to plowshares. None of that. None of that. Like, we could take weapon focus, but yeah, 2 melee power isn't as good as eerie aim. We don't care about meta magics. Proficiencies. Improved damage reduction. You know, just stats are way too small. Yeah, alright, eerie aim it is. The only downside is if there's another feat in there that I would need to synergize with one of the melee trees. Like, oh, which one was it? This one? Yeah, this one gives you bonus if you have power critical, but I don't have power critical, and I would need weapon focus and power critical. And yeah, I'm not getting it. So there's that. All right, so what is this anyway? So this is adrenaline or attack bonus and fort bypass. Up to 4 attack bonus. Oh, interesting. At rank 3, you get flat 2% damage, which is nice if it stacks multiplicatively with melee power. If it stacks additively, it's awful. It's just 2 melee power, but let's see. We only have 1 point. Having 2 points to get untouchable would be nice. Like, this is useless. Well, it's pretty useless. That is all the way useless. This is nice to have, but probably not that important most of the time. This is just straight up, yeah, 2 double strike a point. Wait, I was gonna say, like, this is also 2 double strike a point, but that's why I wasn't getting the stuff in this tier, because the stuff in this tier is not accessible to me because I haven't spent enough points. Why haven't I spent enough points? Because this tree has a lot of stuff that is not very good. In order to get up to here, I would need to switch mantles. I would need to switch to this mantle, which is not very good right now, actually. So like, assuming we just got up to this tier of the mantle. So we get our alignment for DR purposes. As a paladin, we are lawful good. However, because of this, any weapon you wield is considered good aligned for the purpose of bypassing damage reduction. So we already have good. So this just gives me, and our base attack bonus is equal to our character level. I'm pretty sure we already have that. Wait, no, character level, not class level. Well, it's 20 for the 20 paladin levels, and then I think you get 1 every other level? This character value is derived from character level and class level and is capped at plus 25. Okay, so assuming that the mantle breaks that 25 limitation, then I get a little bit of attack from this and lawful bypass, which is not great. Then we add this, so we get +3 to attack and damage from the enhancement bonus, and 1W, and implement, so we get some spell power as well, which will help with our repairs. But right now we have the debuff that we apply Stacks of Terror, and we have 1W. So it's like I have debuff versus 3 hit, like 5 hit and 3 damage, and lawful bypass. And then of course if we go up here we get more defensive stuff, and I don't think there's anything. Oh, the mantle up here gives damage to helpless, so yeah. Like, but double strike, double shot is fine. This is only good if you're using consecration. And then this is improved sunder. Like, there's so much in this tree that's just not good. Now, the little bit of healing on smites, the extra smite stuff, the extra damage here, like, there's a lot of good stuff lower down, but if you're not taking, like if I were taking the strike, that's 3 points there, 3 points there, 2 points here, 2 points here. So that would be 8 points. That gets me to up here. But if you're not using, and if I were taking the mantle, that's 4 points. And then, you know, I can fill in like 3 points on this for the auto consecrate, which I've heard is pretty good. But I don't know. Like, there's a lot of uninteresting, not useful stuff here. And then, whereas if we compare to Legendary Dreadnought in this tier, 6 to armor class and max dex bonus. As someone who's wearing heavy armor, that's 6 dodge. That's significant. The armor class, less so. And then we have double strike in tier 3. 6 double strike in tier 3, as compared to none and 3. This one's got 6 in tier 4. So yeah, there's just not a lot of compelling stuff in this tree. Let's see. Yeah. Now, weapons immune to durability damage is very nice. As is the repair amp and like the various defenses. Like, I can just drop points in max hit points in fort. Like, it's just good. It's just not that good. I think I'm just going to save this point. Because what's the cooldown on this? 20 seconds? 30 seconds. Having damage reduction every 30 seconds and a free heal, which scales with melee power. What is my melee power like anyway? Alright, standing it's 140. It can get up to... Let's see. 3. So that's plus 45 or 75. Actually, it's plus 75 if I'm attacking undead or evil outsiders. So if we count that stacked up, it's, I don't know, 220. Of course, it'd be much higher if I put sentience in my weapon, but we're going to set that aside for now. And So I'm a bit torn. Like, untouchable is probably the most value I'm going to get because I've got a ton of action boosts and I use them constantly. So having displacement, even though it is not fully strong in Reaper, is still pretty good. But yeah, if I wanted to spend 5 points for 8 double strike, I can do that here. I can put points here for damage reduction and a heal on Scream. I can put points here for the making Scream do more, which is nice. And a crowd control thing. 75% chance for them to be confused. That's pretty solid. And then some of this stuff is just incremental. Like, stacking vulnerability is not super exciting. Okay, so we have leveled. We didn't spend a point. Did I do High Road yet? I don't think I did. Okay, that one's complete. I have not done High Road yet. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Grab all the quests. Just starting Lost in the Swamp, which means I am 1 quest late. But I think I'm heading the right way. Let's see. Is this the way to Lost in the Swamp? Yes, it is. I almost never run straight there. I know the path from the first quest to the second quest, but not from the entrance to the second quest. Come on, let me jump. There we go. They're not doing it on R8. That's just a visual bug because I was in R8. They're on 1. It's a little different. Not that we can't die, but it is significantly easier. All right. I almost like tumbled for move speed, but you don't get that as Blade Forged. Do. Mm. Ah, he's a caster cleric. He's just dropping nukes on everything. Oh, we're gonna have an ad starting. Shouldn't be too bad. There we go. Hello. Do. Hi. Oh no, a famine reaper. Oh no, she hit me for 300 force damage. I don't think he understands that he's like continuously healing me. It's just like, careful, we almost lost 100 health there. It's like, even if I lose health, you're dropping the big light attack that also heals, so I'm not going to die. What skulls are we on anyway? 5. Alright, that's a pretty big jump. Oh, ads are starting soon. Ooh, a wizard. Yay. Unfortunately, this is one that it's not just like anyone can do it. Like, there's one person that gets the key, and they're the one who has to open the door. It's an actual item you get, as opposed to some where it's like a quest flag, like your party has the key. I want more dudes to fight. Come fight me, dudes. Oh, Plague Reaper. Oh, Fear Reaper. Someone tried to heal me, not realizing that I was fighting. Oh, vengeance. Okay. We did take 800 damage from magic missiles there, so now we can put shield on. We got our reminder. And back from ads. Hey, and Duana is taking care of traps. Aw, I missed it. Maybe I need Featherfall for it. See, you still need to kill everything, but now you can do it split up. So they can take the ones in the bottom while someone comes up here. Trips him. And just ruins his day. And then we get to kill some rats, while the other people handle the ones on the ground floor. Here, rat, 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 rat. Here, rat. Oh, that's Double Reaper. Maybe I should help. Is that all of them? Yep. Excellent. There we go. I don't think I killed that one. I think he hit it with a light spell, because there are shadow monsters, so they take a ton of damage from light spells. And by a ton, I mean triple, I believe. There we go. Get the occasional cocoon on me. It's very nice. Stop moving. Black Dragon Bolt. Ew. Queensland. There we go. It's got 70-something thousand health. Not a problem. All right. Yay, diamonds. There we go. Great success. R5, not particularly difficult, especially in group. It's like healing, so I don't need to stop between packs to heal myself. You know, I fixed the configuration so that in-game sound was coming to OBS as well. And then I forgot to unmute that channel. So OBS knew the DDO sounds were coming in, but it didn't do anything with them, like actually send them to broadcast. So that's unfortunate.
The castle has fallen to ruin. Its halls inaccessible save for some few adventurers stand around the campfire. A dwarven merchant has a makeshift. This old fireplace sits unused in the main foyer. The flue collapsed and clogged beyond repair. Travelers must rely on their own campfires to... The rear of the fireplace opens smoothly, pulled open by some hidden mechanism. Netherese agents. They must be searching. A frustrated voice echoes from down the hall.
Spellword flow is just awful. I hate it.
In the scroll, Kelton. Corrupt the local elementals, Kelton. Bah! I do all the work, and you'll get all the credit. Have the adventurers outside found this hidden cellar? No mere rats would have stood in the way of their drunken rebels. A lone staff stands suspiciously in the center of this room.
Those were some spicy casters. I have absolutely killed people before by messing up on one of those, because the AoE damage it does is pretty significant.
Kelvin's sing-song voice emanates from a Netherese staff. Setting up these staves was brilliant!
Alright, I was wrong. The break it does not work fine as long as you're strong enough. It just blows up regardless. So, we have learned things.
The reek of still and stagnant pools wafts up from the nearby chambers. Something foul is in this portion of the castle. The foul stench is particularly strong at this spot. Dark shadows wisp out of the water elemental. The Netherese must have done something.
Oh, that's right. My smites do help heal party members. Not so much me because of the Reaper healing penalty, but party members at least.
The shadows coursing through the elemental dissipate before the elemental breaks apart and evaporates.
Alright. I'm going to swap to our healing weapon. Oh, heals for Good chunk more now that we're not in Art 8.
A soft magical din can briefly be heard as the Overseer collapses. The Overseer and Elemental must have been magically connected to a gate somewhere. With their death, the sound of opening metal can be heard in the distance.
Alright, do I have the, There we go. That's the Holy Energy one. We can do that as Paladin. Oh, lost shield. I want to put that back on for the last fight. Which gives me time to reconnect my weapon.
The castle throne room lies beyond a portcullis. A lone wizard is preoccupied with an object resting on the throne. It must another.
Alright, let's see if we can keep him from bugging out.
So, you made it past the others. Is this what you're looking for? The scroll piece? How unfortunate. Well then, the wizard calls out to the darkness. Creatures of shadow.
I was going to be like, I should probably intimidate him, as I am relatively durable. But then it was like, wait, that's unnecessary. I'm in a defensive stance with extra threat on it, and I hit hard enough that that's enough. Not to mention, it's not like Uwana is that much more fragile than I am. At least as far as health goes. I don't know what his actual like defensive stats are, because we're at like 200 and 225 and 100. What is he anyway? Dragon Lord, Rogue, Favored Soul. I missed the first one. I'm not flagged, but you can red door it. And you still get credit for sagas if you red door stuff. There's a lot of flagging that you don't get credit for if you red door, but High Road doesn't flag you for anything in the first place. So no big deal, really. I'll wait for him to come and pick the Reaper level. I'm going to go take a peek about the house and see where the dog has hidden. We weren't quite going to bed yet, but I'm glad that me locating you has led to you wanting attention. Yes. Yes. So good. Such a good girl you are. Oh. They've entered the quest, Lisa. They entered the quest. I shall need to help them in their quest. I can't just spend all night petting you. I know you wish I could. Maybe a different night when we're not streaming. We'll just pet you all night, okay? Should that be my New Year's resolution? Pet dog all day, every day. Yes. Oh, you look so sad. Because I stopped petting you. How dare I cut the petting short. You weren't done yet. This is almost as bad as when I abandoned you for like 40 minutes to go like get groceries and food for us. I don't know how I could have done such a thing to you. Choosing to lie down here. Okay. There we go. Alright, someone is dead. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expected. It's just like, what kind of Reaper was it? Because the Reaper is the most dangerous thing here by a fair bit. Especially Despair or Vengeance. Alright, so he's a swashbuckling Dragon Lord build. Wait, what? Oh, sorry, that's single weapon fighting, not swashbuckling. My mistake.
Fallen purple dragon knights lie near a battle-scarred cottage, victims of the struggle for the keep.
Between raining down from the heavens and the follow-up implosion, he's nuking stuff pretty hard. Of course, this is a common thing when you get decent parties, which is that the person with the most kills isn't necessarily the most useful because essentially everyone in the party could have killed them if they managed to get their shot in first. So it's just a matter of who hits first. Now, over time in a dungeon, this should even out.
Glowing orbs of deadly magical evil block the path.
But, you know. Oh. Well, she has decided that she would like to hang out in her crate a bit, which is unusual. Usually she prefers her bed in front of the crate. Oh no, bears. Okay, the bears actually hurt. Oh. It's always a disappointment when I don't see crits. But yes, she usually doesn't hang out in her crate. She's probably just feeling a little bit more skittish because of the fireworks earlier. which is fine. This is not a problem. We're not going to force her to come out of her crate. We will invite her out of the crate for bed, but if she wants to sleep in there, that is fine too. How long do we have? 10 seconds? We'll res you in a bit. Miss. Rolled a 1. How dare you? Just like, you reduced my strength. You strength drained me for 15. I mean, it'll take a lot more than that to effectively strength drain me, but the sheer audacity. Oh. Is that a double Despair Reaper that's on its way? Ooh, color spray. Yeah, I think I saw 2 Despair Reapers.
Been destroyed in an effort to keep intruders from reaching the inner keep. A pair of Netherese wizards are engaged in a mystic ritual in the center of the keep.
The question is, how long will it take them to get here?
To you with scorn in his voice.
Alright, we're going in.
Just in time.
If they teleport on top of us... Oh, they teleported on them in here. And he dies to jumping onto spikes. How unfortunate.
Understand what that means. The wizard
The spikes in here do hurt quite a lot.
Overcome with curiosity. Who knows what power this scroll contains? Enough to make a man into a king into a god.
I lost my shield at some point.
All I have to do is read it.
Alright. So, we get our short-term buffs back.
Smell of sulfur fills the air.
And we're good to go for the fight.
Ominous vortex opens in the sky. A portal to some.
And then our frames go to nothing because it always happens in this fight.
The towering demon turns to Netherese wizard and grins. Would you like to know what you've done? You've pushed open.
Consider the casters a bigger immediate threat.
A rain of dretches falls from the abyssal portal.
Yeah, you can hit me for 500, I do not care. You can miss throwing me onto spikes, I still do not care. Where'd you go? There we go.
Smoldering fire.
I mean, even if I didn't have heals available, I'd have enough. I'd just be playing a little bit differently, but also, good thing about this fight, when the boss dies, everything else goes away.
Familiar figures flicker into view.
So you can kill ads, especially if you're worried about getting overwhelmed, but if you can focus the boss down, you don't have any problems.
This assignment could have gone a bit more smoothly, though it looks like you managed to sort things out by yourself.
Alright. More saga progress. Yay! Let's see. I actually think I did Druids, or at least most of Druids. Let's check on our sagas. That should give us just enough time to hang out for a little bit. And we'll end stream with ringing in the new year. Oh, that's the heroic one. Okay, so I need to either do Mirror in Wayloon or the first High Road to get hers done. Yours already done. Yours needs Wayloon and Stormhorns. I don't need to push to get those done soon because, well, they're higher level. They're like 26 and 28? 27? 29? Somewhere in there. So it's not like needing to get Druids or High Road done. So yeah, we're going to be good for Evening Star stuff. We have 2 points? 3 points. Ooh, fancy. Which means we can get healing on Shout. Or we can get 6 Double Strike. Or we can get... We'll get Displacement on Action Boost. Like, that's a good one to get for now. And then... We're going to ignore this one for now. We can either start going into Double Strike, or we can save up for the Confuse on Shout. And I think that's what we're going to do, because having a little bit of crowd control I think would be nice. Let's see, what else can we do? Oh, we have a Year of the Dragon thing to pick up. Let's see if we need to go to this Hall of Heroes or the other one. Hardcore vendor. Remnant collector. Bank stuff. Reincarnation Grove. Evening Star. Okay. We will go to the marketplace then. Take me to a tavern. Gatekeeper's Grove. This is probably the wrong ordering. Well, actually it takes me to here. That gets me to the marketplace. I was thinking I would have to go through the harbor to the marketplace, but no. It is nice how they made the Gatekeeper's Grove a portal hub. It's so much more convenient for a lot of things. And it, you know, makes sense. They are the gatekeepers, after all. They have gates to keep. There's an illusionary enchantment causing you to leave behind a draconic footprints. Neat. Okay. Now this is one I am unlikely to use. Because right now, as you can see, I have the Bloody Footprints. That was a 5k favor reward in hardcore. And because I put in a lot of hours to get these, I am more attached to them. As opposed to the draconic ones, which admittedly are pretty sweet. Okay, let's just double check. Okay. Well, the link to timeanddate.com with the countdown isn't working, so presumably it's overloaded because everyone clicked on it. And my computer just said, yeah, it 503s. Oops. High volume part of the year. Well, my clock now says 12 o'clock because I am in the Eastern time zone. So, to anyone and everyone who's watching, Happy New Year! It's 2025. Anything could happen. or maybe things won't happen. One way or another, we got another year in the books, and we're not dead yet. So we've got that going for us, which is nice. So the question is, do we want to run anything else tonight? Like, because the stuff that's going to be on level for us at 27, the first thing that jumps to mind is going to be Giant Hold. But I kind of want to do all of Giant Hold together, and I don't want to start all of Giant Hold at 12 a.m. Like, I just don't want to start Giant Hold at midnight. It's a bad idea. So yeah, you've got Giant Hold, you've got what we just did, which is High Road, and caught in the web raid, yeah. And then next after that, you've got Three Barrel Cove, and then more stuff. Palace of Stone, man, these quests are just very odd. Like, they're neat, but they're kind of a pain to rerun a bunch of times. But yeah, and then you got like Wayloon. Yeah, Wayloon's 26. Stormhorns is 27. Yeah. So we got more than enough to hit cap. And that's even assuming that we don't join some high-level groups early and under-leveled. But, you know, now that... Did I grab my key out of the bank? I did. So we're going to go back there real quick. I was going to say that now that the lowest level thing I'm interested in running is 24, I'm just going to turn in these sagas. I'm not running multiple epic lives. I might as well. There's no reason to hold them. I had 3 complete, or is it only 2? Because I know it's this one. I think it was 2. And then the one that I only need 1 more quest for. So we grab this, we grab this. And yeah, that one we need 1 or 2 more quests for. This one we need a bunch, because we need basically all of Wayloon and Stormhorns. So I need Wayloon and Stormhorns. And then I need Stormhorns or the one I missed in... Or sorry, Wayloon or the one that I missed in High Road. And this is also... Yeah, Wayloon and Stormhorns. That did give me 2 extra points. So we can either grab the... We're going to take the crowd control on Shout, as expected. And then, what are we going to build our next points towards? So we have a couple options. We have stacking vulnerability, which isn't that important when leveling. We have this, which we're mostly using action boost taste, so that doesn't help us. We don't make things helpless, and we're not using the strike. So there's not really anything we want here. And then here, well, we would need to get stuff in this tier, and this doesn't do anything for us. This needs 3 points to consecrate the ground every 3 minutes, or every 2 minutes. Again, not useful. This tree only becomes useful if you are using the strike and stuff. Which leaves us with this tree as really the only place we have that we're going to put points. So where are our next points going? We have really two options. Like, this is the third option, but these two are the much stronger options. We have double strike, or we have heal when we shout. I think we're going to go heal when we shout, because among other things, I want to see just how much it heals for. And we'll find out, and we'll find that out when we get 2 more points in it. And then we'll start dumping points into this, because it's going to be two double strike, 1 double strike, 2 double strike, 1 double strike, 2 double strike. And that's 5 points, that's 2 points, that's 7 points total. We'll be 29 at that point. And then once we hit 30 and take 34, we're going to have to redo all of this, because we're going to have some T5s, we're going to be going up to these. Like, that's not that compelling, but again, you get the base stats. Like, Divine Sundering is nice. One armor class and 1 PRR for every 2 religious lore feats you have. So that's 10 AC and 10 PRR. Yay. What is the Crusade buff again? There it is. And then Crusade is 1 imbue and 10% damage. So 4 seconds. The cooldown is what's the cooldown on it? It's pretty short. Suffice to say, I think between Crusade and Smites with this, you can have the Crusade buff or the Consecrate in that. You can have Crusade up with permanent uptime, which is nice, I guess. But Quick Cutter is just so much better for leveling than Consecration. Like, burst damage is way better than damage over time. And like, granted, Consecration is more of a utility thing. It's like, okay, you get 10% damage on all your other stuff. That's nice. And it does... yeah. So it has a 20-second cooldown, and it lasts 15 seconds. So yeah, you're going to have 5 seconds of downtime. So your Consecration runs out, and then you smite. So you have to smite like once, because it lingers. It lasts 4 seconds, and it refreshes every 3 while standing in Sacred Ground. So after the Sacred Ground ends, the buff lingers a bit, then you smite to maintain it, then you Consecrate again. So, but the thing is, this is like a party buff thing. It's really not going to be your best damage, especially for leveling. Your weapon attacks apply a stack of vulnerability and armor destruction on critical hits. Great. It's nice. You gain Embodiment of Law. If you had it, you now deal 1d6 law damage on each attack per epic or legendary level. Not character level. Epic or legendary level. So that is 14d6 scaling with 200% melee. So a d6 is 3.5. Times 14 is 49, because it's 7 times 7. 7 times 7, scaling with, let's assume 300 melee power. So 200 melee power is 600 melee power, which is times 7. So we got lucky 7s here, 7 times 7 times 7, which is about 350 before Reaper reduction on each hit. I mean, it'd be great if I were dual wielding, But with two-handed, it's not as impressive. And then, of course, we've got extra crit multi, and of course, Beckon Divinity, which is healing everyone, or rezzing everyone, rather. Whereas if we wanted to go into Dreadnought, then of course we'd pick Slashing, and we get crit multi, so that's the same. We get Legendary Rally, which is... one is ranged, one is melee. Okay. Which is, you know, big crit every 30 seconds. That clears crowd control. Fine. Nice. Convenient. You can improve trip things. And, alright, so we got debuffs. We've got unlimited action boost charges. In theory, assuming the proc rate is high enough. I haven't done it in a while. And then we have Action Hero, which is your do everything action boost, which is mostly useful for chaining multiple action boosts, because it doesn't put the others on cooldown. So you can haste boost, then hit this, then haste boost again, and you can have a full, like, minute of being boosted. So, that's nice. And then, of course, in Wild, you've got the Great Leveler, which is a little awkward to use because the animation is a little wonky. I think they made it better at some point, but it's still not great. And yes, I know the music has stopped, but it's fine. We're talking about build stuff. Okay, and of course we have crit multi, but they all have crit multi. We have a lot of healing. And then you get Adrenaline and Quick and the cooldown of Great Leveler resets. So you get Adrenaline and Quick, and then you can hit Great Leveler, which triples if Adrenaline or Quick is active. So you get a big knockdown every, what was it, 5 seconds? 5 seconds. So you get to slam people a bunch. And then, of course, a bunch of the hit rating stuff. And, of course, this doesn't do anything because we don't have wilderness lore. We have religious lore. So, I don't know what this build is going to look like at cap. Because there's a lot of good stuff in Fury of the Wild. Like, it's possible that I keep Quick Cutter and go into here for the mantle. Like, getting rid of this mantle, so we lose this debuff. And, yeah, so... Oh, an ad has started, just as we were winding down. But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to end up splitting all this, but we will figure it out then. I don't see anyone here, so we're not going to raid out. If there is anyone here who's stuck in an ad, I'm just going to putz around town a little bit, empty out bags, so that I can say goodnight when there's not an ad running. I should have just hit snooze again, but I was too slow on it. So we have to wait. So we're just going to sell a bunch of random stuff. So much random stuff. Wait, not that one. This one, and 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 this one. Not that one. And this one, and that one. Nope, not that one. I saw the R and I thought maybe it was reconstruction. It is not. And then healing lore and assassinate. Sure. Goes away. These go away. Diamond of Insightful Constitution. Neat. Okay. So we can sell these, sell gems. And we get to check our bank, What are we checking the bank for? Repair power gear. Show me stuff that's level 20 to level 27. Resonation. Wall of Wood is normal healing, right? Healing amp, yeah. Epic spell storing. We'll grab that just in case. It's super effective for us because we don't need a lot of it. We will take Aquatic Bracers, the epic set, because we are going to go to Giant Hold. So good to get those out now. Hammer of the Mountains, Selesnya. Resonation doesn't do it. Rings and Belt and Magnifying Lens all don't do it. Yeah, nothing in here for repair power. But that's okay. Well, let's check in here as well. Yeah. So we didn't find anything with repair spell power on it, so we're just going to be sticking with our Potency Dagger, which is not ideal, but you know, we'll take it. And yeah. Yeah. So it doesn't look like we got a lot of people here, so we're not going to be raiding out. We had an interesting time tonight, hitting some higher level Reapers, and then we took a bit of a break, joining a party and doing like R5s and 6s, which are way easier in party than they are solo. So no raid out tonight because it doesn't look like there's anyone here, but if there is anyone here and it's just not showing up in the counts, thank you for stopping by and hanging out. Have a happy new year.